Good morning, friends. Now that we're all sitting on the carpet, ready for the day, I have something to share. We received a letter. I'm going to put it up so we can all see it as I read. Let's see if we can open it. Wonder who it could be from. Let's see. It says, Miss Clara's Clever Cookies, I need your help. My family and I were on the way to a nice picnic lunch. Unfortunately, a horrid wind chill caught us while we were walking. Well, you wouldn't believe our luck. The wind blew us away from our legs. As you can imagine, it would be difficult to just attach our legs back. But Dr. Wordsmith said he'd help if we could create a new word per leg. But it doesn't end there. He expects us to know the definition too. This is a task my family simply cannot complete without your help. Please, please help us. Sincerely, Mr. Spider and family. P.S. Please remember we each have 8 legs. That's a lot, right? And we have to think of so many new words. But I bet we can think of a way to not only create words, but find their meaning without using any resource other than our brilliant brains. Before we move on, I need my creative cookies to put on their investigator hats to begin. Let's do that now. We are now going to start our lesson. To kick it off, I have a video to share. From the video, we learned that we can create and define new words. From the video, I learned that using prefixes I worked hard to learn can be added to words I already know to create a new word. By watching the video, I also learned that if I use the definition of the prefix and remember what the rest of the word means, I can determine the meaning of the new word. Today, we're going to practice defining new words when we add a prefix to it. We'll be using the same prefixes we learned last week. A list of those prefixes should be in your journals. Now I'm going to show you all how to determine the meaning of new words that we create. Alright, my clever cookies, I'm going to model what our activity will be today. So I need you all to give me a thumbs up so I know you're ready to fully focus and listen. Ready? Perfect. For today's activity, I'm going to need a baggie of materials. Now, Miss Clara would have already handed me my baggie of materials, so I know I don't need to raise my hand and ask for any materials. Now, the first thing I'm going to do with this baggie is notice the materials. Let's see what I see. Ooh, I see a circle, some strips of paper, and a black marker. Before I do anything else, I'm going to take out my black marker. Let's see if I can find it. There's my black marker. And next, I'm going to take out my circle. Second, I need to figure out what my prefix will be. How will I know what that prefix will be? Well, I'm going to go into Miss Clara's mystical hat of wonders and pluck out an index card. Let's see what I get. Here it is. When I open it, if I look inside, I will find my prefix written. Let's see what it is. Oh, that's upside down. There we go. Now, I see that my prefix is re. I'm going to write that prefix on my circle with my black marker. So let's write that down really quick. There it is on my circle. Now I'm going to ask myself what that prefix means. This is a prefix I know I've learned before. So I need to freeze and rely on my brilliant brain to remember the meaning of the prefix re. Once I have it in my mind, I'm going to point at my prefix, say it out loud, and then I'm going to say the meaning. So let's practice that, or I'm going to practice that. Re means again. Now that I have that part done, I'm going to pick up 2 of my yellow strips found in my baggie of materials. Let's find those yellow strips. Okay, I found my yellow strips. I have 2 yellow strips. And now I'm going to start thinking or pondering of at least 2 words that have the prefix re in them. But where should the prefix be in the word? Like any good problem solver, I'm going to look around my classroom and I'm going to see if I have an anchor chart about prefixes. Let's see if I can find one. There's one. I see one right there. I found what we're looking for. Well, let's look at my chart. If I look at my chart of affixes, I see that my prefix belongs to the front of the root word or the basic word. I even have an example right there. Now I know that I need to find a word that I can add my prefix to the front of. One word I know is rewrite. First, I'm going to write rewrite on one of my yellow strips. So I'm going to do that first. Now, if I'm thinking, I cannot remember how to write the word write. Well, this is a word that I know is in my literacy journal because it's a word that we have been working on. So if I'm having trouble writing that, what am I going to do? Like any good problem solver, I'm going to think to pull out my journal, try to find my vocab word. It should be some here and here. There it is. So if I forgot how to write the word write, it's the first one on my vocabulary list. So I know I'm going to copy that down, and then I'm just going to add the prefix that I found, re, in front of it. So now I have the word rewrite on my strip of paper. So then, like a clever cookie, I'm going to think to myself, I know what my prefix re means. It means again. And I know what my word write means. So if I put both of those ideas together, I know that rewrite means to write again. Once I figure out what my word means, I'm going to write the definition right under the word rewrite. So now I'm going to write to write again. Perfect. And now I'm going to do the same thing again. I want to think of a second word for my second yellow strip that has the prefix re in it. Well, if I'm having trouble thinking of an example, I'm going to try and think of words I've seen recently. What would that be? Ah, yes. I know we always place our new vocabulary words in our literacy notebook. So I'm going to check my past vocabulary list and find a word to use. Again, I'm going to look in my vocabulary literacy journal. This would be in my desk. I'm going to look in here for some new words that I can use. Let's see. There it is. Look at that. I found my vocabulary list. Let's see. I'm going to find a word that I want to use. Found one. Phrase. Perfect. I found the right word that I want to use. Now again, I have to write that word on a yellow strip. Now again, I wanted to add my prefix re to the vocabulary word phrase. I know my prefix goes in front of the word, so I think that means it would be rephrase. That's what I'm going to write. I'm going to write rephrase on my yellow strip, just like this. Then I'm going to ask myself, what is that word changed into? What does this word change into now that I've added the prefix to it? I know that re means again. So what could rephrase mean? Well, I know what the word phrase means. So if I put those ideas together, I know that rephrase must mean to try something again. So what will I do now? I'm going to write that definition right under the word I just wrote so I don't forget it. So rephrase means to say something, again. Perfect. Just like that. Awesome. Now, my little spider, so this is the body of my spider with the prefix. Look at that. Now my beautiful, gorgeous spider is going to get 2 cool legs. But hold on a minute. I know spiders don't just have 2 legs. If I remember the letter that Mr. Spider sent us, I remember he said that spiders have 8 legs. So, now I'm going to have to ask for help from my clever cookie so I don't have a silly looking spider. I'm going to need your help to add some more legs to my spiders. Can you help me?